How's it going, everybody? My name is Snazzy Patty, and today we are checking out a video by Tron Digital. This video is called How We Came to Hate Technology. As always, the link to the original video down in the description below. But without further ado, man, let's lock in and let's get on with the video. Let's go.
Technology. It makes our lives easier so we could focus on the good things in life, like recreationally using technology.
Hell yeah. Use technology, get the work done, so we can use technology to get the fun done. Is that Joe Keery? Hold on. Steve! It's the hair!
Past decade or so, technology was exciting. It was solving all these problems we face and making life more enjoyable, all while looking sick as fuck. Somewhere in the 2010s though, it started to create more problems than it solved. It was distracting drivers, causing addictions and mental illness, stealing jobs, and it just stopped looking cool as fuck. We went from being hyped over every new advancement to just...
Yeah, see, unfortunately, I'm part of the Gen Z where my childhood was really the 2010s. I guess born in the 2000s, but I was like 4 when it was I was 5 when it was 2010. That's when I was 5. That's when I was going into kindergarten. So most of my childhood was the 2010s. You know, I grew up mainly 2010s, right? So that means that's when I really started to become conscious and like become a child, not just like a fucking shitty or, you know, pants shitting baby. So I obviously didn't get to experience that Y2K golden era of technology. And I call it the golden era of it because in my eyes, it was the best time period. Because like, think about it. Technology was just at that point where it was advanced enough to be useful and helpful, but not where we're completely reliant on it like we are nowadays. It was new, exciting, but people were still able to live in the moment and not be on their phones or anything like that. And society was like, there was such a huge society like shift with social media and the technology. For better or for worse, it depends on who you ask. I think there's pros and cons to everything. So it helped in some aspects and it hurt us in some.
If not a little resentful and maybe scared. Today I'm going to go over how fun and exciting technology used to be, how our perception of it has shifted to kind of hate it, and why this is all happening. Let me take you back to when technology was still fun. I'm not going to say this is the best era, but this is kind of right before people started to just fucking hate it. You had things coming out like the iPod. Holy shit, I can listen to Beyonce, Hot Shell Ray, and pirate fighting sounds without the cumbersome tapes and CDs of the past. There were new computers dropping left and right. What do I want to buy? Maybe the computer with the big ass booty? I don't even know if I can handle all that ass. Maybe I should go with the laptop with the red hot nipple in the middle. Quick side note, a friend once told me that their nipples get darker the angrier they get. I don't know if that's true.
What the I was gonna ask what that red button even was for the computer. Now I did not need to see that image nor imagine somebody's nipples becoming darker.
True, or if that's even relevant here, but I can't be the only one carrying the burden of knowing that. On second thought, this is kind of triggering. That. I think I'm just gonna go with a Dell.
That's clean. Mwah.
This is the 2000s, not Toontown. You still had safe options like the Dell. If you were interested in safe options though, gaming was just not for you in the 2000s. Not only was it really edgy for some reason, but every console was revolutionary. Oh my god, the new PlayStation and Xbox consoles have high resolution buff dudes and bodacious babes. And if you're not into that, you can just whack off with the Wii. Like whack the tennis racket.
I'll say this for computers, gaming, and consoles, 2010s, right? That's probably where I say the best is.
Console launches
late 2000s, early 2010s to mid 2010s.
And even game launches were national events. I'm pretty sure businesses closed on the day Halo 3 came out. I mean, people camped out for this game. I don't think people even drove to the store.
Hey, I would love for, you know, there to be no work when GTA 6 drops. Just saying. That'd be pretty nice.
Or for Halo Infinite. You know what? People camped out for literally everything in the 2000s. What was up with that? Huh. Captain Crunch is releasing an all berries variety? Someone get my camping tent. Probably the biggest camping event was for a phone, which is where we got hit the hardest in this downfall of technology. Buying a phone was like buying a car. You had to weigh the...
You see, the people that used to do this camping out shit are the same people who now just sit inside doom scroll all day. Because if you notice, it's a trend. They had nothing better to do and were most likely unemployed. Which makes me now consider how they afforded the shit that they were camping out for. How were you able to pay bills and do all that and spend a whole day camping out, or even multiple days out front of a store waiting in line? That is crazy. I can understand a couple hours before a brand new, like, you know, before GTA 5 dropped or whatever, like, days is crazy.
Pros and cons of every model and really picture what your life was going to be like with it. So this one has a built-in MP3 player, high-speed 3G service, and a sliding keyboard. And this one's blue.
Hey, that no key,
the blue one, please.
It'll last
You got different
forever.
phones coming out with cool new features, unique shapes, varying sizes, and keyboards that deployed in ways you never even could have imagined. There was genuinely something for everyone. Nokia, Razr, Sidekick, Pearphone, BlackBerry, and the iPhone were...
Wait, the Pearphone was a thing, or is he fucking with me? He's fucking with me, right? Because I always wanted a Pearphone because of fucking iCarly, Victorious, all those Disney or Nickelodeon shows. I know they're not going to be see-through, but there's actual pear-shaped phones. I will say, though, old phones, they got the drip, they got the style, they got all that. But they can't compete with a fucking iPhone, a brand new iPhone these days. And I've gotten pretty good at not doom scrolling or being on social media. Like, I'm not a social media person. My problem was doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts and like TikTok and stuff like that. But I'm pretty good with that last few months. I really haven't had to worry about it. So I really only use my phone to listen to YouTube videos, music, books, podcasts, any of that type of stuff at work with my headphones, to call and text people, and to check in my YouTube shit when I'm not here on my computer. That's all I use it for. I'm not bad with it, honestly. I barely play the game. Like I said another video, I've made videos on it before, man. I rarely play games these days. Don't have the time. When I do have the time, I don't have the motivation or want or whatever. Trying to do it better, trying to get back into it because I really want to. I miss my gaming. I miss my gaming nights, being able to enjoy games and get immersed into it. Like, my biggest thing is I'm a big consumer when it comes to shows, YouTube, and movies. I'm a cinephile, alright? And I know that sounds weird, file at the end of it. It just means I really like movies, alright? And TV shows. I'm a huge media buff, or film buff, I guess you could say.
So novel, and more importantly, so diverse. They were worth camping out for. Kind of, not really. Today you just buy them
Holy
online
tangent,
or go
by
to
the
the
way.
Apple store. Nowadays you walk into an AT&T store trying to buy a phone looking like this. They're just like, what the fuck? You look good for 65. How can I help you, sir? This concept of having something for everyone extended to the internet as well.
And I ain't gonna say none particular. People who watching this in my personal life will know what I mean, but yo, fuck AT&T.
Hey, check it out. We don't need cable when we could just watch homoerotic content on this YouTube thing. Finally, another outlet for me to show off my shit music taste. Wow, I really wish I could see my favorite celebrities share shitty one-liners and or racist hot takes. Awesome! I hope this doesn't turn into a schizo battlefield of who could be the most offensive or offended. You're telling me I could sign up to see what my old high school buddies are up to, or if I'm only 9 years old, I could sign up to just play games? I love Facebook. I hope this doesn't turn into a geriatric battlefield arguing whether or not this video of Michael Jackson as Superman is real. There were always new websites cropping up, so all furries had to do was wait.
Yeah, social media is just fucking slop now. It's so bad. And you can't even blame it on the younger generations, because majority of it is older. Not majority, that's unfair to say. I think it's pretty evenly split. Of every generation is part of the reason why it's just so shitty, man. It's too accessible to pick up your phone and record a TikTok or an Instagram video and for people to repost it and the algorithms to show it to thousands of people across the world and bots to engage in it and stuff naturally to make you feel better. It's a sad time, guys, if you let it be.
Just one more second and there you go.
Your mindset
There's a new
changes
website
it.
for you guys. Don't do anything weird on there. Although it was kind of annoying, there was something fun about all websites looking different and getting redesigns.
Oh my god, old websites were so peak, bro. Just old designs were peak, bro. Everything's so corporate and boring now. I fucking hate it. Nobody likes it. So I don't know why CEOs and corporations and everything under the sun and moon are doing it right now and have been for the last decade.
Every few years. A few years ago, I got this book from a used bookstore, and it just has a bunch of old Flash websites, and it is fucking sick. It is genuinely sad what happened to the design of websites. I used to regularly browse the Pokemon website as a kid, and you know when a new redesign dropped, my little ass was popping champagne. Or I guess it was just apple cider. At the time, it seemed like technology was always advancing and getting better. You can see how positively we thought about it with the obsessive use of Fruitiger Arrow. This is officially a YouTube video because I said the word Fruitiger Arrow. Technology looked futuristic yet clean, and we thought it was going to integrate with our natural world, and butterflies were going to be flying through bubbles and neon green pastures. So yeah, it didn't really integrate with our natural world. It kind of did the opposite, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Actually, I already got ahead of myself, and it just arrived today. All right, going back to where I was, people were excited for what was to come. They had time to breathe between new innovations and enjoy the new product they just bought. New products also warranted being released. They would usually serve a purpose, you know, fix a problem, like tech products are supposed to do. If a new iteration of a product came out, it was different enough to justify buying it. Like, yeah, the GameCube could really use a controller that you could whack off. Now, compare all these generalizations to today. None of them are true anymore. Now, before we dive in, I don't mean for this to just be an old good, new bad, because looking at modern technology, that's just not the case. We have incredible technology today. This is more about how our perception of it has changed and how technology is advancing in a less than desirable direction. Also, this is not just a
Well, it seems like, if anything, it's been getting dumber recently. Trying to get, like, I'm sorry, but the internet was made for information, right? That's what all this shit was originally designed for, to inform us and to have it at our fingertips. Yet it is impossible to get any type of accurate information online anywhere. Everything is personal bias, AI slop, or some form of bullshit that you can't trust.
boomer thing or just a zoomer thing. Most people across all ages are starting to admit, yeah, we got a bit of a problem here. For example, think of how people reacted to when something as simple as FaceTime released. I could pick up my phone at any time from anywhere and video call whoever I wanted, and it didn't look like 2 pixels. It was genuinely mind-blowing. You know what? My friend had buffalo wings from Chuck E. Cheese the other day, so I'm gonna give him a quick call and see how he's doing. Hey buddy, how's your stool?
You've gotta help me, man. There's so much blood.
All right. Now compare that reaction to when I say these 2 letters, AI, or these 3 letters, NFT, or these 4 letters, SPUM. This shit
I don't know what that last one is, but those first 2 can suck a dick.
is in the news every week, and we're tired of hearing about it. AI is more concerning because at least with NFTs, it was just kind of like
It came and went. It came and went like every other trend.
Pastime. You didn't have to worry about it affecting your everyday life, and it just kind of died out on its own after a few months. Who knew that a poorly animated eyesore of an ugly ass, shitty ass cartoon wasn't gonna save these things? Could you have predicted that? Can we call in That's So
They made a cartoon for NFT. Yo, bro.
Raven and ask if she could have predicted that this ugly ass shitty cartoon was not going to save the world of scamming that is NFTs? AI and automation advancements are not as fun as advancements in keyboard deployment technology or video game graphics. Like, we kind of have to be concerned with the outcome of the former. And this is kind of how we feel about everything in tech now. Hesitant and exhausted. Everything was becoming more convenient and solving all these little annoyances of everyday life, but now we've regressed. You try to order food or even just look at the menu of a restaurant before you go, and it wants you to sign up, or it's gonna throw you into the app store to...
That's what it is. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Anyways, this is the problem with technology and why it is the way it is because it's become a fucking corporate cesspool. Alright? Everything is monetized. Everything is signing up. Everything is fucking money bullshit, right? And anything that's not is internet debt or dead internet theory at this point. breathe. And then, like he just mentioned, we're regressing with technology because we have this expectation that it should be coming out faster and faster and faster because we're becoming more impatient and more impatient because technology is making us more impatient, less times. What's the word I'm looking for? Attention spans, and all that bullshit. That instead of giving technology and the scientists and the corporations and all this stuff the time to actually, come up with revolutionary, groundbreaking shit, as soon as they can, they just throw out whatever they can think of. And I mean, they also are to blame because they're also the ones doing it, giving us these expectations of shit coming out left and right because they're so money hungry.
Store to download their app. You want to take the train? You got to download an app. You want to take the bus in the same city? You got to download a different app. You want to check into the emergency room because you have the sword of a Sengoku period ninja in your chest?
Sir, can you scan the QR code to check in through the app?
I don't have the app. I just have a sword in my chest. Can I do like a paper form or something?
Sir, can you scan the other QR code to download the app?
Then you got social media, which is just like f***ing horrible
It's
now.
fucked.
Look at these statistics.
Wait.
Which is just like f***ing horrible now. Look at these statistics.
Figure 3. Teen and young adults ages 15 to 24 in-person social engagement with friends, annual daily average in minutes 2003 to 2019. 2003, 150 for daily average in minutes for talking in person, and it has dropped all the way down to 2019 to just below 70 minutes a day, so just about an hour. Which is crazy because you're in school for 8 hours a day. Well, six to, I don't know, depending on what country you are, it could be anything. But for the US, usually 6 to 8 hours.
Statistics. And these ones too. What about these ones?
This is his Spotify Wrapped or Apple Wrapped, I don't know.
Think I'm putting up bad statistics, I hope. What started off as a fun way to connect has turned into, I don't even know what to describe this as. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with Instagram captions. Like, it's sassy, but you're also in the third person because you're the main character and slaying. And it's not just a girly thing. I'm not going to just dog on the girls out there. Us guys do this shit too. We got default captions and poses too. You got to work the boys into every caption and then throw up a 4 when you're posing with said boys. Hey, getting my colonoscopy with the boys. Picking up floss from the store with my boys. Just went fishing.
The sad part is how true this shit
and
is,
hit a
bro.
family of 4.
I'm not even on Instagram, but I
with the
see
boys.
this.
Then you got Snapchat, which I
really
just
saw
had
this
to
all the
delete
time.
because what the fuck am I gonna do with Snapchat? When you're no longer in high school and taking pictures of random people in class and drawing a wiener over them, there's really no point to this app. Plus, the Discovery tab
Hey man, I'd just be using it for filters, honestly, at this point.
is concerning. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to keep ranting about social media, so I'm just gonna leave off with these last 2 things. First of all, everything has a TikTok feature. Instagram has one. Snapchat has one. YouTube has one. The fucking Guitar Tabs app has one. I'm trying to learn Love Bug by the Jonas Brothers. Why do I need to see a 12-year-old ripping their vocal cords to sing Alicia Keys? Second, if you're tired of all these apps becoming so fucking bloated that you don't even remember what their original purpose was, you can download all these BS real social media apps that all your friends are just going to stop using after 3 days. Like, I'm pretty sure I still have a friend actively posting to Be Real, just into the void. I have been fucking with Locket though. That one's kind of cool. It puts pictures of my friends on my home screen. Social media lost the...
I want to do that, but I know my friends wouldn't actually, like, take photos. I would be the only one doing it, and they probably wouldn't have it on their home screen. I don't have the best friends, do I? I just realized that sounded so sad. Like, damn. Like, my one buddy would do it, right? He would do it for like a week probably, and then just forget and just stop using it, and then I would just start sending. It would just be, my photos would just be popping up on his shit, and that'd be it.
Plot so long ago. They don't each have their niche anymore. They want to incorporate features from all the other apps so they could be the catch-all app, but they just end up being bland. Like, why would I choose Instagram over Snapchat or Google Plus, the best social media platform to exist?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm on all the socials. I made them all just so I could lock in handles for the, YouTube and all that. I don't use my Twitter. I'm almost never on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I took it off my description. I've taken off all of my, I took it all out of the description because I really just don't be using it. The only things I really use, YouTube, TikTok, don't really post on there, mostly just go on there, scroll once in a blue moon. Snapchats for the filters and to watch Snapchat shorts, like scrolling on their TikTok version of videos. And then like I go ahead and watch like street fights and shit on Reddit and Twitter just to watch them. Because, you know, I try to see them dukes get thrown.
And this is the big killer here, the homogenization of everything. I already mentioned every app having a TikTok
word.
feature, but we also have a story feature on every app. Why? And staying on the topic of homogenization,
I've noticed that too. Everything's got a little fucking, like, especially like DMs and shit with the story. Like I saw Instagram had that. I'm like, what? Who uses this shit?
and let's go back to phones. I'm just gonna show you phones from like 20 years ago, and then phones from today. Dude, that sucks. These are all just iPhones. It's the same with cars, tablets, and laptops where everyone wants to copy the style of Tesla and Apple respectively. Not only has tech gotten so homogenized, but it's gotten very invasive too. And I don't mean in like a toddler coughing in your face kind of way. I mean in a rash kind of way where it's always there reminding you,
Hey, I'm here. You want to play?
Oh my god, no, this is why I have like any type of like all my social medias notifications turned off. Like I have so many of my apps have notifications turned off because it pisses me off how much they harass and spam you. Like you fucking owe the money to a goddamn loan shark or something, bro. Leave me alone. Unless you pay my phone bill, do not be filling my shit up like this, bro. Because if you was a normal person texting or calling me, ask anybody of my friends or family. If you blow my shit up like that, I say the same thing to everybody. Unless you pay my phone bill, stop it or I'm blocking you. I'm done. I don't do that. It's my phone bill. I choose what's on this. I paid for the phone. The phone was bought and outright. I ain't on a contract phone plan. None of that. Don't do that. Don't do none of that.
With me?
that's what a rash sounds like. It sounds like Ash Ketchum.
Whoa, Pikachu! Click my link tree in the bio to check out my SoundCloud.
I don't know if I should keep these impressions in the videos. I don't know why I'd never choose to cut them out. We reached a point where technology was seamless and solved real problems. And past it where now technology is inconvenient. You used to get in your car and you had your music, AC, and all your little car features easily accessible because you're hurling a 1,000-pound vehicle at 65 miles an hour. You got to be able to access these everyday things quickly and easily. Then we passed that point. Now everything is behind 3 menus on a touchscreen that you have to look at and pray that you don't hit 2 kids and a dog while using. Home phones let you call your friends and plan ahead or catch up. You can leave a message if they're not home, and it wasn't the end of the world if they didn't answer for a little while. Cell phones helped bridge that lost connection when you're out on the town and you can't find each other, or you're just not home, or there's an emergency. You saw a ninja slinking around your house. Now we're way past that point of feeling a genuine need. There is no reason I should be able to receive work emails when I'm going out after 5 p.m.
Yeah, no, my phone, I only hit people up to make plans, or if it's like a right then and there type of conversation, like I need to know it right now. I have a question for them or they got a question for me. Besides that, I don't do the pointless talking. If anything, at most, call me. So we can talk and I can hear your voice, you can hear my voice, and we can have some form of human interaction. So at least you could pick up on my tone of voice. Texting is the lowest form of communication. No tone, no body language, no facial expressions, none of that.
And there's no reason I should be able to post a picture of the sunset with the caption, "Golden hour with my golden girlies." There's no reason for any of this. It's just noise. And you can just say, oh, just quit your phone, but people freak the f out if you don't respond for a few hours. It's out of the norm now. You can't just...
No, you can literally lose friendships, relationships, all if you don't respond. God forbid. I'm not saying that to be a dickhead and be like, oh, I'm going to leave you undelivered or ghost for a week. I don't do that to people. But if I'm having a me day, or if I'm just not the most social, and I leave you undelivered for, 24 hours, I apologize. I let everybody know in my life. It's nothing personal. I let them know in advance. Hey, man, if I leave you undelivered at all, or if I do it and you never did let them know, I'll let them know, like, as soon as I realize I did. I'm like, hey, man, wasn't anything personal. I apologize. Da-da-da-da-da. We're still good as long as you're good. You know what I mean? But apparently, that's you being a dick. You're a mean friend. I'm probably gonna have people in the comments being like, yeah, no, that's a dick move. You're wrong for that. I don't care. I'm gonna stand on business and be who I am.
Ditch technology, especially with the way it's so integrated with our everyday lives. Some people can't get around their city or do their job without having a smartphone. Technology used to be exciting and helpful. It solved problems we all faced in our everyday lives. But with the way it's so homogenized now, it's starting to create more problems than it's solving. There's no more of that something for everyone. Everything's got to be one size fits all now. Every phone is an iPhone. Every car is a crossover SUV. Every console is basically the same, except for Nintendo, they're just the same as themselves. And I don't want to hear anyone saying, hey bro, I think you're just depressed, that's why nothing's exciting anymore. Yeah, I'm depressed, my big ass thumbs can't type on this stupid touchscreen keyboard, and there are no phones with physical keyboards anymore. I'm depressed, I can't flex on my friends with a sick new phone. What am I gonna pull up with the iPhone 16 and be like, hey bro, hey, this phone is like all your phones, but I can combine emojis. I'm not gonna say technology peaked and we should just
That's really what it is, and then bam, extra $300 fucking on that bitch.
stop making new technology, because I don't think that's true. But we passed the point where it was all so exciting because it was genuinely useful and looked so fucking sick. It would be cool if it was possible to just ditch your phone and get a dumb phone, but I like having Spotify and Venmo and the Chipotle app so I can get a free bowl once every
No, but the problem is that the way life is right now and the way shit works, is that if you want to go no technology, that's impossible. And even if you want to go as little technology as possible, you have to have so many workarounds. You have to try and go out of your way, day-to-day life, in so many ways. I watched a video on somebody who went a whole week or whatever not using their phone or something like that, or only using like Y2K or 1990s technology or something. I think it was like living as the 1980s, something like that. I can't remember. But the hoops he had to jump through to get through modern day society and life using the old technology was a headache for me to even to watch it and like try to imagine.
7 years. All I really want is a cool looking phone with a physical keyboard, but until then, I'll just keep buying these cheap ass Google Pixels whenever my current one breaks. I really don't use this for anything other than phone calls, texting, and checking Facebook Marketplace for the weirdest shit I can ever find. Look at this shit I found the other day.
That's
I'd say
sick.
everything I talked about is worth it because I got to see this. Chondle that subscribe button for videos about literally anything. Everything goes.
Hey man, a great video. I think I've checked out his video before on this channel. If not, I've definitely watched his videos before, man. I'm gonna subscribe, honestly. I'm surprised I didn't subscribe already. Great video. Make sure you leave your love and support. His videos down in the description as always. But before you do that, man, make sure to like, subscribe, put on those post notifications, do all that amazing shit YouTubers always ask of you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay snazzy, stay blessed.